connect a region of over 600 bridges between our lands.
Good afternoon. Welcome to ASEAN in Focus. This is Kaloy Tabunda from the New Era University ASEAN Studies Center and Center for International Linkages. This afternoon, we will talk about the state of the pharmaceutical industry in the Philippines. And we're very honored to have with us today a marketing professional, a marketing and distribution of pharmaceutical products professional who has been involved in pharmaceutical business for more than 20 years. He has been from various multinational companies like Merck Incorporated and Laboratories Fournier. We have here with us Mr. Joselito or Joey Santos. Good afternoon, Joey.
Good afternoon, Kaloy, and thank you for having me here.
Okay. One of the problems here in the Philippines is, of course, napakamahal ng presyo ng mga gamot sa Pilipinas. And you've been in the distribution and marketing of pharmaceutical products for 20 years.
Yes.
And I know you have been involved, you have been to many different countries, particularly here in ASEAN and I understand also in Europe, where you have come up with comparisons between the prices of medicines.
Yes.
Bakit napakamahal ng presyo ng gamot dito sa Pilipinas?
Well, for one, the taxes and duties levied on the pharmaceutical products is a bit high.
Okay.
Second is there's no really government support for
the
manufacturer.
Okay.
Third is there are a few good manufacturers in the Philippines. So majority of the pharmaceutical products are imported. It's either from the US, from the Europe, from India, from China. If you try to look at the prices of medicines in the Philippines compared to Asian neighbors, I would say na we're one of the highest.
So it's taxes,
and then no government support for the manufacturers.
When you say no government support, paano ito?
Probably tax incentive.
Okay.
Labor cost also, I can say na medyo mahal. Diba? So, and also economies of scale.
Which means
compared to India, like if you buy a certain product sa India, probably ang cost dito is 20 pesos. If you get it from India, probably you can get it for 1 peso or 2 pesos lang.
Yeah.
Because mas marami naman silang tao kesa sa Pilipinas.
Okay. Pero, yan, kasi I was in India twice this year. At meron ako kasing maintenance medicine na inireseta sa akin, although I don't really take it every day.
Okay.
Ang cost niya is dito sa Pilipinas, something like 93 to 97 pesos. Pagdating sa India, for the same product, yung dose, pati yung kanyang milligram
content,
parang equivalent to 7 pesos lang.
Yeah.
Paano nila nagawa sa India yun at hindi natin magawa sa Pilipinas?
In Indian, as per my Indian friends who are in the industry also, government have support to this Indian manufacturer. Actually, had India been far advanced in their pharmaceutical industry, mas mabababa sana ang presyo worldwide.
Okay.
The problem is, the Indian pharma industry, they have the technical know-how.
Okay.
Ang problema, they forgot to develop yung raw materials.
What do you mean they forgot to develop it?
Yung mga
raw materials hindi galing sa India?
Hindi galing sa India.
Okay.
We call it APIs or active pharmaceutical ingredients. Ang nagahari ngayon doon is the China market.
Pero in spite of that, napakababa pa rin ng presyo ng gamot sa India.
Yes.
Kasi because of
the support by the government.
In the form of incentives.
Incentives.
Okay. Tapos isang issue pa yung sabi rin nila kaya mahal ang gamot yung marketing cost. You're familiar with this. Actually, I've attended one or two product launching. So, bongga, doon kami sa 5-star hotel.
Okay.
Merong magaling na singer na binayaran ng kung ilang pong libo.
Okay.
Tapos, ang sarap ng pagkain. And then, they give incentives to the, tawag doon, yung sa mga ahente.
Okay, medrep.
Medreps and the doctors. Pinadala pa sa Shanghai. Yung
Okay.
mga doctor, pag inireseta lang. So, how much does marketing, and of course, they have advertisements over TV and over radio and newspaper. So, how much is the component of marketing?
Well, marketing cost, I will not say na it's a big chunk of the budget ng pharma industry.
Okay.
It's very minimal. Some would play about 5 to maximum probably of about 12% to 15%. What is costly, Kaloy, is yung development of new drugs.
Okay.
Kaya makikita mo, pagdating natin sa Pilipinas, kokonti ang bagong gamot na lumalabas. Kasi it would take a while and it would take millions and billions of
When you say
pesos.
development, ito yung research.
Research and
that goes
development.
with it. And the research is not done here.
No. It's
So-
normally Europeans and Americans and Japanese.
So, yung technology na yon, sila yung gumagawa, tapos sila rin yung gumagawa mismo ng gamot at dinadala dito. So, we pay taxes. Kaya
Taxes,
malaki ang
royalties.
Okay, so that's why.
Yeah.
But there's this generics law. What can
Okay.
you say about this? Ba't ang daming tumututol sa generics law?
I think in the early 90s, during the time ni DOH Secretary Riodica, I remember I was handling the generic business of the multinational where I came from. It's a very good law. Ang problema kulang sa education ng consumer.
Okay.
What I have observed, and in my own personal opinion, majority of our specialists here, of the doctors, are US trained.
So they tend to
They tend to
prescribe
follow
yung
yung American standard.
Okay.
Diba? There's nothing wrong about it. Diba? Ang problema nga lang, like my mom, when I was out of the multinational, pag tumatawag siya sa akin, anak, I need my medicines for diabetes. So, since I don't get it for free now, I buy it from the drugstore. I buy the same generic. I send it to her. Pagdating sa kanya, hindi niya tinatanggap.
Dahil daw
Dahil hindi yun yung brand name.
Okay. Oo.
So, for the consumer, what the doctor says is Bible truth.
Okay.
Di ba? Ang problema, sa mahal ng gamot natin, as a consumer, hindi mo rin natutupad yung complete dose.
Yes.
Di ba? So, about the generic law, I would say if the government of President Rodrigo Roa Duterte would push for it, that would be a big help for the consumer.
Pero actually, kasama na sa nire-reseta ngayon eh. Pero bakit hindi ganun pa rin yung parang acceptance? Yung nga, yung lack of information.
Lack of information dissemination.
Kasi one of the issues raised is, sabi nila, may problema rin pagdating sa
Bioequivalence.
bioequivalence. What's bioequivalence?
Ang ibig lang sabihin nun is yung originator at saka yung next na brand should have an equivalent of the milligram content. But that
Mas
doesn't
mababa raw
mean...
yung sa generics. Totoo ba ito?
Hindi totoo yun. You have to buy a generics from a reputable toll manufacturer. Marami naman yan, Kaloy. Like, I would say, I'm very thankful for United Laboratories kasi they are helping a lot of Filipinos with their generics business.
Yung
But,
campaign, yes.
yeah, but some of the multinational, they shy away from it kasi nga, they need to protect yung originator drug nila.
Okay, so it's really business.
Pero
hindi
for me,
totoo
it's
yung
business.
question ng
Equivalence.
Tapos sabi nila, yung nga, nakalagay niya para silang 500 milligrams pero mas hindi mo ma-absorb lahat yung 500 milligrams coming from the generic. Mas effective daw yung the brand.
Yung sa originator.
Yes.
Oh, that's not true. I would say it's not true. We have a notion also sa mga magulang, di ba? Pag dinala mo yung anak mo sa pediatricians, sasabihin ng ibang magulang, kasi no, assign ako sa probinsya dati, maririnig ko yung mga magulang, Doktor, ang ibigay nyo na lang po sa akin yung sample. Kasi mas mabisa po yan. Pero hindi naman po totoo yun. Kasi yung sample po na yun, nanggaling din doon sa isang batch na manufacture na yung karamihan nun, yun yung commercial stocks ng produkto.
So, anong suggestion mo, somebody coming from the pharmaceutical industry, na, how do you attack this problem? No? Yung communication?
I would say we have to really educate the consumer between a generic drug and the originator drug.
Sino dapat ang gumawa ng education?
Kasi I think DOH should do that also.
You're not happy with what they're doing right now?
Kulang pa.
Kulang pa.
I would say kulang pa.
So, all in all, how would you assess yung implementation ng ating generics law?
From scale of 1 to 10, probably 2. Sad to say, 2.
Ang malaking problema is really the lack of information do sa mga tao. Pero, yung nga, the assurance na yung generic drug ay kasing effective nung branded drug, yun na ang hindi napaparting sa mga tao.
Yun ang kulang.
Do you think the pharmaceutical industry would help in this? Or, of course, they have to protect their originators?
Yeah, well, I think the multinational that doesn't have the generic business, they will not probably help in the information dissemination. But for the national companies who's thriving on the generic business, I think the national companies should be able to help educate the Filipinos.
Okay. So, lumalabas, mataas ang presyo ng mga gamot dito sa Pilipinas mainly because of the taxes and the lack of government support for drug manufacturers. Okay, we will talk more about the different issues on the pharmaceutical and other health concerns in the Philippines when ASEAN in Focus returns.
Welcome to the garden. A world that recaptures the value of life, creating your moments, kindling your passion, worth reliving over and over. This is your world, your life, your garden.
The machine.
Itong ibinubugang emisyon gaya ng mga sasakyan, maliit din lang ang inuukupan nitong espasyo. Maganda rin ito sa kalusugan. At mabisang ehersisyo para maiwasan ang mga sakit. Pero hindi pa rin handa ang bansa na isama bilang uri ng transport mode ang mga bisikleta. Sa datos kasi ng Metropolitan Manila Development Authority o MMDA, nitong 2015, 26 na nagbibisikleta ang namatay sa kalye dahil sa bungguan, habang 732 naman ang nasugatan. Kaya naman dapat ding pagtuunan ng pansin ang paglikha ng bike lanes para mas maging ligtas ang pagbibisikleta. Bilang isang alternatibong transportasyon, malaki ang may tutulong ng pagbibisikleta hindi lamang sa ating kalusugan, kundi maging sa ating kapaligiran. Ako si Mylene Mariano Rivera, kaisa sa pagsusulong ng paggamit ng bisikleta at paglikha pa ng mga bike lane sa bansa.
Okay, we're back with an interview with Mr. Joey Santos, who is a pharmaceutical businessman, distributor and marketing of pharmaceutical products. Okay, Mr. Joey, last January, President Rodrigo Duterte went to India and nakipagpirmahan ng memorandum of agreement sa ilang mga generic drug companies sa India for the sale of for distribution of generics products here in the Philippines. What can you say about this?
I think that's a very good move by our president. In the early 70s, as my Indian friends were telling me, the Indian toll manufacturers talaga, they don't have a very good standard. Admittedly. Kasi parang sinasabi nga nila, it's a backyard industry also sa kanila. However, as we move on, you won't believe it, Kaloy, na in India itself, they have more than US FDA approved in India than in US. Ang US FDA ngayon sa India, I think have 3 or 4 offices in India. And for an
FDA is
Indian,
Food and Drugs Administration.
Yeah. Para yung mga toll manufacturer ng India, maging US FDA approved. And for an Indian toll manufacturer to be approved ng US FDA, they would be spending so much money. But ngayon, marami na talagang approved. So, if our government would be successful in bringing in Indian products in the Philippines, I think the prices of medicine will dramatically fall. And it would be beneficial sa mga consumer natin.
Kumusta yung inyong mga pharmaceutical companies, yung mga bosses mo sa multinational corporations, ano naman ang sasabihin sa inyo?
Ngayon, I can say na the pharma industry is a very tough market. Because marami na rin mga Indian companies na nandito sa Philippines. Indian companies na nasa top 10. So, they're giving the multinational a hard time also. But, fair ground, di ba? So, I think, once they go inside the Philippine market, they would help the Filipinos for better access sa gamot.
I remember, wala na ba yung butika ng bayan? There's a I think that's a
DOH initiative.
Parang wala na ako nakikita.
Wala na eh.
What happened? Are you familiar with what happened there?
Yes. Ang problema is the supply before.
Kasi generics yung supplies.
Kasi generics yung supply.
So what happened to the supplies?
Ang alam ko is one-time delivery lang and then hindi naman makaabot dun sa mga butika ng bayan talaga. I would say that's a very good program of the previous government. Pero yung implementation proper, mukhang hindi lang na cascade ng tama.
You belong to a pharmaceutical firm.
Yes.
Do you have any parang dealings with DOH for the distribution ng mga generics?
So far na wala.
Bakit kaya? Ayaw ng kumpanya mo o ayaw ng DOH maki-reach out sa inyo?
Hindi naman. Medyo stringent lang kasi yung mga requirements din ng DOH. Plus talagang dapat dive ang presyo mo with DOH. So, but I know a lot of companies are dealing now with DOH. Pero kulang pa rin yung mga suppliers talaga ng DOH.
Kulang pa rin yung generic suppliers. Do you have any update on yung epekto ng MOA with India?
So far, wala pa.
So the drugs
I think it's still ongoing pa rin na crafting for the MOA.
So how does the pharmaceutical multinational firms react to this one?
I think they have no choice but to accept it. Kasi it's government initiative. I think it's government to government naman.
So how are they preparing for this?
I think for the ethical market or for the prescription market, they won't be affected so much. If you talk of ethical market kasi or prescription, ako pasyente, punta ako sa ikaw doktor, magre-reseta ka sa akin, di ba? So minsan may mga consumer na self-medication eh.
Okay.
Diba? Narinig ko sa kapitbahay ko na ito yung iniinom niyang gamot sa sakit sa puso niya. Punta ako sa butika, ito yung bibili ko. So doon sa merkado na yun, baka doon magkakameron ng epekto pag pumasok yung mga Indian products dito sa Pilipinas.
Yes. Okay. So hopefully pag dumating yung mga yan, yung mga Indian products, ibababa talaga yung presyo ng mga gamot. Okay.
I hope so, Kaloy. Yung prayer mo, parehas tayo ng prayer doon.
Okay. Can I have your take on the general state of the healthcare system in the Philippines?
General state of the
I know
healthcare system in the
you've been
Philippines.
all over. You're in Germany, for example.
Yeah, I would say na it's in a sad state. That's my personal opinion.
Okay.
So, DOH, don't get me wrong.
Hindi, alam naman natin mga tao yan. So,
bakit ko nasabi yun? If you go to the provincial hospitals or local hospitals, makikita mo, one, kulang ng doktor.
Oo, kasi nasa Manila lahat o kaya nag-abroad.
Second, kulang ng mga gamot. Pangatlo, kulang ng mga kama. Diba? So, these people na nasa mga far-flung provinces, sila yung mga nangangailangan talaga ng tulong. Di ba? Sa Metro Manila, well, you have access sa both government and private hospitals. Ang problema with the healthcare system natin sa Pilipinas, it's out-of-pocket expense. Hindi katulad sa ibang bansa, yung mga ASEAN neighbors natin, some are state-sponsored or insurance-based. Sa atin, may PhilHealth nga tayo. May SSS nga tayo kung empleyado ka. Pero yung mga binabawas naman sa atin, is not sufficient also for you to get a very nice room in a hospital. Di ba? So, I don't know how DOH would address this. Pero, ang dami natin naririnig na mga resources or pera na nasasayang. Di ba? Sana pagtuunan din nila yung pansin yung mga healthcare issues ng Pilipinas.
Yan ang isang tanong ko noon pa. The drug companies are, raking in big money. Pero because of marketing of itong mga pharmaceutical products nito. Wala ba kayo, in your more than 20 years of experience in drugs distribution, wala ba kayong project to, parang to sponsor, to support a government hospital in a far-flung area?
Meron. Some of the multinationals have yung CSR programs nila. Diba? Ang problema lang, you cannot really cover the entire country.
Yeah, but at least merong ina-adapt na community.
Meron.
Have you done that in your company?
A lot of times we are doing the CSR programs.
Specifically, what do you do?
Minsan pailaw sa community.
Okay.
Or minsan immunization. Pero yung talagang far-flung areas ng Pilipinas.
Pero wala kayo nung bagsak presyo ng mga gamot, your medical missions.
There are some products na nakabaksak na yung presyo namin sa merkado.
Okay.
There are some products naman that we have to maintain it also.
No, I mean, adapting, for example, a community that you address the health concern of a particular...
So far, wala pa kaming,
pero...
But we're on the process. So there's a possibility to adapt it.
Okay, kasi tapos sa partnership, for example, with DOH to help improve the health system, wala kayong mga ganong project?
I think some of the companies have tried it already or have been doing it. Pero ang problema nga yung sustainability.
Okay. So anong nakikita mo magiging kalagayan a few months or years from now ng ating pharmaceutical industry with the coming of these generics drugs from India?
It would be a very nice playing field. Kasi medicines would be accessible now to the patients, to the consumer. a multinational will have to rethink of their position.
You represent a multinational corporation, or you've been?
No, I've been with a multinational, but now I'm in a local company also.
Okay.
So I've seen both worlds eh. Di ba?
So ano yung masasabi mo na so nakita mo yung kulang at diferensya, so ano dapat talaga ang mangyayari?
Well, para sa akin, personally, we just bring down the cost of medicine.
Which is possible.
Which is possible.
But do you think the government will allow that? Nagtataas ka ng taxes ngayon?
Well,
your realistic assessment.
Well, if the government will accept the health sector, I think that would be a big help.
Okay. And, okay, so, kumusta ang fulfillment sa pharmaceutical business?
It's good.
Okay.
It's fulfilling. It's challenging. Kasi, katulad namin, we're not making so much profit also. Kasi we're marketing and distributor. We're not even the toll manufacturer.
When you say toll manufacturer, was it?
You do the manufacturing of the drugs. And then some toll manufacturers, they have their own marketing company.
Okay.
So yung iba naman, talagang toll manufacturer lang. Let's say I'm company A, you're the toll manufacturer, I would ask you to produce my medicines.
Okay.
And then finished product, you send it to me, and then I'll be the one to market it.
So you're more in the marketing and distribution.
Marketing and distribution.
And hopefully, within the next few months, makita natin yung pagbaba ng presyo ng mga gamot dito sa Pilipinas, makakatulong sa atin.
I hope that would come.
Any final word, Joey, for our viewers?
To all the viewers watching us, there's a choice for you. Whether it's a generic drug or the originator drug, you should ask the pharmacist kung ano ang mabuti para sa inyo. So, I will say, if there's a generic option, buy it.
Okay, mas mura.
Mas mura, mabisa pa rin naman yun.
Okay, marami pa tayong pag-uusapan na may kaugnayan sa estado ng kalusugan, healthcare system sa Pilipinas when ASEAN in Focus Weekend returns.
Tingnan nyo sa bangketa, ulubihay naghilera, mga kamay laging nakasahod, doon sila natutulog. Kung ano ka, yung ka. Huwag mo ikahiya. Meron tayong sariling kultura, mga kasanayan, kakanyahan, yung identity, no? Na masasabing Pilipino ka. Kasi yung mga kanta ko talaga, hindi ako nakilala, nag-reflect o nagsumasalamin sa ating lipunan. Ang sining kasi, mapa musika o sayaw, mapaibang anyo ng sining, no? Dapat sumasalamin sa iyong lipunan. Tayo'y mga Pinoy, tayo'y hindi kano, huwag kang mahihiya kung ang ilong mo ay pango.
How will we keep the prices down?
Pero baka matulungan niyo ako dito. May kaibigan ako taga-Kapitolyo. Baka kilala niyo ho?
Matindi pa rin ang problema ng bansa sa basura. Madalas, pagtapunan nito ay ang mga gilid ng kalsada at daluyan ng tubig o mga creek at mga ilog.
Sa tuwing dumarating ang malalakas na pag-ulan o may bagyo, ang resulta, dagat ng basura. Hindi kinakatakutang puntahan para makakuha ng mga bagay na pwedeng pakinabangan o ibenta.
Batay sa mga pag-aaral, 52% ng mga basura ay tinatawag na organic waste o nabubulok. Kaya maaari itong gawing feeds o pataba na mahalaga sa mga halaman.
Ang mga hindi naman nabubulok pwedeng i-recycle. Dito pumapasok ang tatlong letrang R sa waste management. ang reduce, reuse at recycle.
Sa tamang pagsinop ng basura, maraming magagandang produkto ang maaring magawa at pwedeng pagkakitaan. Gaya na lamang ng dekorasyon o gamit sa bahay, opisina at paaralan.
Kaya mahalagang magkaroon ng disiplina sa pagtatapon ng basura. Bukod sa malulutas ang polusyon, kay gandang pagmasdan ang malinis na kapaligiran.
Sa pagiging malikhain, makakatipid ka at pwedeng magkaroon ng dagdag na kita sa mga bagay na dapat sana'y itatapon na. Ako si Mylene Mariano Rivera.
At ako naman po si Erwin Temperante.
Kaisa kami at ang programang Agila Balita sa Umaga sa pagtataguyod ng waste management sa bansa.
Okay, we're back with an interview with Mr. Joey Santos, who is a professional engaged in the marketing of and distribution of pharmaceutical products. Okay, earlier we talked about yung generics, the state of the generics drugs implementation, act implementation in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Tapos we dwell on the general state of healthcare system in the Philippines. Alam naman natin mga problema, siyempre sabi mo kanina medyo problemado. Pero at this point, gusto nating pag-usapan, ano ba yung mga iba-ibang trends naman sa medical care?
Actually now, there's a lot of new discoveries in the healthcare. One is, which is very sexy in the media, is the word stem cell.
Stem cell therapy.
Stem cell treatment, stem cell therapy.
Ano ba ito?
It's injecting new cells to one's body, in simple term.
And where do the cells come from and what do they do?
There's a lot of stem cell forms. There's embryonic, fetal stem cell, autologous, PRP.
Okay, isa-isahin natin. Ano yun? Embryonic,
fetal stem cell, autologous, PRP.
PRP is a platelet.
Plasma-rich protein.
Okay. So, pwede bang discuss isa-isa ano itong mga ito?
Okay. Yung number one is very controversial.
Yeah, actually.
So, I won't dwell on it.
That's the embryonic.
That's embryonic stem cell.
Actually, this is the one na nababasa ko na may mga questions on, the culture, the religion.
Yes.
We won't dwell on that.
No.
We don't do that in the Philippines?
No.
Okay, good. Sige, what's the other one?
The second one is the fetal stem cell.
Okay.
Fetal stem cell is mainly coming from animals.
Okay, the fetus of
animals.
The
fetus of the young baby.
Okay.
And then the autologous is coming from your own cells.
Yung cells ng pasyente?
Pasyente.
Okay.
And then yung PRP is coming from your own fats also.
Okay. Alin yung mas ginagamit sa Pilipinas dito?
What is being currently used in the Philippines is yung galing sa bone marrow mo. Bone marrow ng pasyente.
Wow, parang masakit ata yun. They extract from your bone marrow.
Sobrang sakit.
So how do they do that?
They get the bone marrow from the pasyente.
Okay.
Culture it.
Okay.
Fibroblast yung cells and then re-inject it back.
What is fibroblast?
Pinaparami.
Okay.
And then put it back to the patient. However, the patient should wait for X number of weeks.
For the fibroblast?
Yes.
Okay.
What currently a lot of Filipinos have been using since 2011 is the ship cells or fetal ship cells.
Okay.
So, by the term fetal ship cells, yung donor cells is coming from an unborn sheep.
Okay.
It's the pregnant mom is sacrificed,
butchered,
and then kukunin yung baby. From the baby, doon kukunin yung cells.
Yun ang ituturok doon.
Yun ang ituturok sa pasyente.
Bakit sheep?
For one, sheep is the cleanest animal.
Is that proven, scientifically proven?
Yes.
Dahil sa kinakain nila?
Kinakain nila. At saka yung sheep na ginagamit for the stem cell, it's a close herd. Meaning talagang naka-quarantine siya. Tapos, siya yung pinaka-ideal lang size sa isang operating room.
magkatabi yung sheep at saka yung pasyente pag
Hindi. Magkaiwalay naman siya. Tapos third is, yung sheep ang may pinakamalakas na immune system among the animals.
Oh.
If you would ask me, yung stem cell na ginagamit yung sheep cells, it has been used since 1931.
1931.
Yes.
So matagal na palang stem cell
Yes.
therapy.
Yes.
Okay. What's the other one?
Autologous.
What's
Yung
autologous?
sa sarili mong taba,
Fats.
kukunin yun.
Okay. So hindi masyadong masakit yun.
Hindi masakit
lalo
yun.
na sa mga matataba. So i-extract kasi yung iba, what they call that, yung
Liposuction.
liposuction. Para kang nag-liposuction.
Yes.
A lesser extent of liposuction.
Yes.
Okay. Ano ba kasi, what do you do? What happens ba in a stem cell? What's the principle behind
Okay.
stem cell?
It's parang you drive a car, di ba? In the morning, papunta ka na ng office. When you start the car, ayaw. So mahina yung battery.
Okay.
Di ba? So ganun din yung sa stem cell. Regeneration of the dormant cells.
Dormant cells in your body.
In your body.
Okay.
Kasi may mga cells tayo na, while we're talking now, may mga cells na namamatay.
Yes.
May mga cells na tinatamad. May mga cells na active naman. So, yung purpose ng stem cell is to regenerate the dormant cells and make it work. So, ang nangyayari doon, at the same time, it delays the aging process.
Sa mga gustong magpabata pala, no? Stem cell therapy.
Pagkatapos doon, aside from that, if a patient have a certain disease, dinidelay niya rin yung progression of that disease.
Dinedelay lang, hindi talagang pinapatay.
No, hindi talaga kinukure.
Okay.
But it's delaying the aging process, at the same time, it's delaying the progression of the disease. Like, a lot of Filipinos have went to Germany for the cell treatment. We have a lot of diabetic cases with the Filipinos na ang success rate namin is about 90%.
Wow.
If you ask me anong ibig sabihin ng success rate, majority of the Filipinos who are diabetic na pasyente namin, they are off with their anti-diabetic drug.
Okay.
So meaning, there's quality of life for these patients already.
Okay. Bakit sa Germany? Bakit hindi dito sa Pilipinas? Meron naman pala dito sa Pilipinas. Or how do you compare the treatment here in the Philippines with that in Germany? The stem cell therapy originated in Germany?
Originally, it was discovered by a Swiss doctor in 1931. And then, a lot of German doctors were the ones who propagated it in Germany.
So, what's the difference between Germany and Philippines? Of course, mas advanced sila, pero bukod doon.
Yeah, for one, the cells from the sheep is the one being used in Germany. Dito sa atin, sa Pilipinas, ang ginagamit dito is
yung galing sa katawan.
Bone marrow.
Wow, masakit.
Masakit yun. And I cannot comment also on the success rate of the hospitals doing the bone marrow transplant in the Philippines. However, yung sa Germany kasi, it's an organ-specific treatment, Kaloy.
What do you mean organ-specific treatment?
Let's say, if a patient is suffering from diabetes, gawa na yung pasyente may diabetes is because yung pancreas niya is not functioning properly to produce insulin. So, ang ginagawa ng doktor na German is he gets the pancreas cells of the sheep organ, gugupitin niya, imamash niya, tapos ilalagay niya sa isang syringe, itutulok niya sa pigi mo. So, it's a deep intramuscular injection.
So, lumalabas pala, the internal structure of the sheep is similar to the
yes,
internal structure
yes.
of human
That's a very good point, Kaloy. Kasi what they don't understand, yung cells ng human being and cells ng animal are almost identical.
Okay.
So, kung let's say, ito yung heart cells natin. Ang heart cells probably ng tupa, mas maliit lang. Kung ito reddish, siguro yung sa animals is pinkish.
Okay.
So, but all is similar.
And then, of course, you fibroblast that?
Hindi, yung sa sheep cells, hindi na pinapibroblast.
Okay.
On the day of the treatment, slaughter yung tupa, kukunin yung baby, ipoprocess yung mga organs na kailangan. So, immediately within 2 to 3 hours, kailangan may inject yun sa pasyente.
And then the patient will, out of that injected cell, anong mangyayari?
once inside the body ng pasyente, so magta-travel siya through the bloodstream, di ba? Meron tinatawag, there's so-called signaling protein.
Okay.
So it's like if you mail a letter, may zip code.
Okay.
So pag nakita nung young cells, let's say ito yung cells ng pancreas, ganyan yung signal niya. Pag nakita niya to, hindi siya magbabind dito kasi sasabihin niya, hindi to pancreas. This is not the pancreas. So he would look for the right signal. So once it sees the right signal, it will bind, and then it would tell the young cells will tell the organ, get all the information from me.
Okay.
So it would start to regenerate.
Yun, so it's principle of regeneration.
Yes.
From a young cell that has been introduced.
Yes.
Okay. Bakit nagpupunta ang mga Pilipino sa Germany? Cost. Hindi ba mas mahal sa Germany?
Well, if you look at the cost, including the airfare, mas mura pa rin yung treatment sa Germany than here in the Philippines.
Okay, so more Filipinos are going there than...
Yes.
Mayroon mang accredited ba dito sa Pilipinas to do that?
The treatment that is done in Germany? Actually, wala. It's only legal in Germany.
So, ano yung ginagawa dito sa Pilipinas?
Majority of the hospitals that are doing the stem cell here, what I know is it's coming from the bone marrow.
Hindi masakit pala yun.
Agree
sa
with you.
Mas mura sa Germany, hindi pa masakit. I could just imagine the pain undergone by those who do the bone marrow stem cell therapy here. Okay, so that's one of the newest trends here in medical care in the Philippines.
Yeah.
How is this in the rest of ASEAN? Yung stem
Well,
cell?
we have patients from Indonesia.
Dito na nandito or pumunta sa Germany?
Pumunta sa Germany.
Okay.
I think it's accepted also in Indonesia, Thailand, China, Vietnam. Pero they have to fly talaga sa Germany kasi it should be done in Germany.
Pero these countries also have their own stem cell treatments in their respective countries.
Yes, but I'm not so sure whether it's really legal in those countries to do the stem cell treatment.
When you say legal, so it means may problema pa pala sa legality dito sa Pilipinas, or?
I can say yes.
Pero they say openly that we do this treatment. So paano yun?
Yun yung mahirap nga, Kaloy.
And then, I mean, how does the DOH address this?
I think they regulated it. So before, the hospital just kept quiet on those issues. But when, I think 2011 or 2012, when they came to know that a lot of Filipinos are going to Germany for the stem cell treatment, naglabasan sila.
Okay, pero...
So DOH regulated it also.
So, hindi naman niya pinatigil?
Hindi naman niya pinatigil.
O, pinabayaan lang muna. Deregulate.
Niregulate.
But still, somebody coming from you, mas mura pa rin yung nasa Germany kaysa dito sa Pilipinas.
Oo naman.
Okay, so mahirap pala, no? Anyway, we will talk more about the different breakthroughs in health and medical research when ASEAN in Focus Weekend returns.
Welcome to the garden. A world that brings you back to that natural, carefree feeling of joy and happiness. A place where art becomes your song to strengthen bonds. Creating your moments, kindling your passion, worth reliving over and over. A world that recaptures the value of life. Breathe. This is your world, your life, your garden.
Okay, what happened to your past?
ang mga dapat ninyong abangan?
Ako po taga Balayang, Batangas, kung saan pinakamatamis ang Sampaloc at Santol.
Yun.
Siyempre, mag-aasukal kami, minatamis namin yan.
Ito po yung bagong uri ng pagtatanim na hindi na kailangan ng lupa, hindi maitlugan ng lamok kasi nakasil po siya, at hindi na kailangan ng sikat ng araw. Sapat na sa kanya yung liwanag ng ilaw.
Ang advocacy naman namin is bawat tahanan may halaman.
Team song ng mga nangangarap, bumabagsak at talagang tuloy-tuloy pa rin na tinatry nilang makamit ang mga pangarap nila.
Abutin ang pangarap, di matitinag.
Ang lahat ng yan dito sa programang punong-puno ng pagmamahal, Moment!
Okay, we're back with our interview with Mr. Joey Santos. He's a pharmaceutical marketing professional. Okay, earlier we talked about stem cell therapy at we found out na mas mura pa rin pag sa Germany mo pala gagamot.
Oh, a lot cheaper, Kaloy. A lot cheaper.
Ano bang mga sakit kasi yung nagagamot nito?
Majority of the diseases.
You mentioned diabetes earlier.
Yeah, diabetes, hypertension, post-stroke,
yes,
even autism sa mga bata. It can be addressed.
Oh.
Except cancer.
So hindi pwede sa cancer?
Yeah, why you would probably ask me bakit.
Oo.
If the patient is currently undergoing chemotherapy or radiation, is not a good candidate for
mamamatay
stem cell.
din yung stem cell pag nag-chemotherapy siya.
It's not only that, but matitrigger pa rin yung cancer cells. Kasi the end objective of stem cell, what we're doing in Germany is one is to boost the immune system of the patient. Second is to improve yung organ function. So if you inject a cancer patient with stem cell, even the cancer cells, mabuboost
na. Anyway, so mahirap pala.
Mahirap.
Okay.
Kaya nga we try to avoid yung, kasi pag cancer patient ka, I think all the treatment modalities na kailangan na available sa'yo, gagawin mo yun.
Okay, so yun, that's one of the new trends. Actually, hindi naman pala new, 1930s.
No, 1931
Pero
pa.
sa Pilipinas, medyo...
Yeah, medyo bago.
Okay.
Medyo bago.
Okay, we talk more on other issues on the health industry. So, ano ba yung mga kalimitan, you're in the distribution of medicines, ano ba yung mga kalimitang gamot na i-distribute nyo? Dahil ano ba kasi mga kalimitang sakit na nakikita dito sa Pilipinas?
Unang-una, hypertension.
High blood.
High blood.
Yes.
Pangalawa, diabetes. Pangatlo, respiratory tract infection.
Yung mga TB, yung mga COPD.
COPD. I think all of this can be avoided.
How?
How? One is through lifestyle modification. Second is watch what we eat. And third, probably nakakalimutan ng karamihan, even I myself is guilty, exercise.
Exercise. Okay.
Kaloy, think of it siguro, flashback, 50 years ago, 60 years, 70 years ago. Yung mga lolo natin,
wala namang mga ganyang sakit.
Walang ganyang sakit. Correct. Di ba? Bakit ngayon, masyado marami yung cases ng ganyan? It's because available ang fast food eh. Nandyan ng burgers, nandyan ng pizza, nandyan
lalo na ngayon sa mga kabataan ngayon.
Agree.
Yung sa third mo, yung exercise, lack of exercise. Ina-exercise lang ng mga bata ngayon, daliri nila sa gadget. O kaya nakahilata nanonood ng TV. So that's lifestyle. Okay. So how can your industry help? Kasi mangyayari kasi pag healthy lahat, wala nang hindi na mabibili yung mga gamot ninyo. So paano yun?
I was about to say that. My personal opinion, I don't think we will do something about it. Kasi as you rightly said, that's business for us.
Yes,
diba?
yes.
Pero I think the DOH should also really inculcate on the minds of the Filipinos na have a healthy lifestyle. Para maiwasan natin. Kasi ang taas na nga ng presyo ng gamot natin eh. Di ba? Tapos magkakasakit ka pa. It's an out-of-pocket expense, di ba? So, pwede mo naman i-modify yung sariling buhay mo Para hindi ka na magastos.
Pero yun nga, paano na ng negosyo ninyo?
Kasi marami na naman dyan na pasyente na chronic and disease
Okay.
Na 30 years old, nakagamot na yan hanggang ngayon. Ipabayaan na lang natin yung market na yun. Huwag na natin palawakin pa.
So, yun nga, how do you, sino dapat ang in charge sa promotion ng healthy lifestyle? Of course, we see that in the media, pero parang kulang
Kulang talaga.
Kung ikaw, halimbawa ay wala ka sa pharmaceutical industry at ikaw nasa communications business, paano mo ipopromote yung healthy lifestyle?
That's a very hard question to answer. Kasi kalaban mo dyan yung mga malalaking kumpanya di ba? But in my own little way, I would encourage people to really look at what they eat. Ang problema kasi, because of the hectic schedule ng buhay natin, dito, lalo na sa Metro Manila, di ba? Like, wala ka ng panahon na magluto. So, si mami, si daddy, bibili lang sa drive-thru and then uwi sa bahay.
Pizza, burger.
Yeah. So, I think we have to correct that. I think another good person or people to help us is the doctors also. Kaya lang, ang problema kasi, admittedly, matitigas din ang ulo natin as pasyente sa mga doktor. Like my mom, nung nabubuhay siya, kakain ng cake o anything sweet. Pag nakita ko, sasabihin niya sa akin, anak, iinom naman ako ng gamot. But that's not right.
Buhay yung negosyo mo.
Yes,
okay, moving on. You've been traveling all over. So how do you compare the health situation in the Philippines with siguro yung sa ASEAN? I'm sure you're familiar with other Asian countries, particularly Thailand.
Yes.
Okay. So how is it? How do they do it?
Malayo. We're far behind. Kasi even sa Thailand, it's sponsored by state-sponsored and insurance-based. So punta ka lang doon, pakita ka sa doktor mo, hindi ka na magmumroblema ng pambayad. Sa atin kasi,
why can they do it? Why can't we do it?
I think it's the government should have the will to really do it and enforce it.
You've seen the facilities there. Mas advanced pa rin sila kaysa para dito.
Yes. Even the medical tourism. So
actually, the leader in
Thailand.
medical tourism. Anong bansa pa sa ASEAN ang kabisado mo? Indonesia,
Vietnam is
Vietnam.
fast catching up with us in terms of the health system natin. So if we don't really address yung health issues natin dito, I think we would be lagging behind.
Singapore, definitely, it's
Singapore is one of the best in terms of in Asia. That's one of the best.
But you're more familiar with the German medical system.
The German health system, they covered all. So magkasakit ka, wala kang problema. Pag nanganak ang isang babae, they're allowed to have a 3-year leave.
Wow.
And the good thing about the German system, they give about 100 euro per month for the baby.
Okay.
Until 18 years old.
For medical, for yung health health needs niya. Okay. Kailan kaya mangyayari sa Pilipinas yan?
I hope it will come soon.
Anyway, so actually marami rin tayo na pag-usapan. Earlier we talked about the generics business. And we came to know na kaya pala mahal ang presyo ng gamot dito sa Pilipinas ay unang-una yung taxes and the lack of government support for yung local manufacturers. And hopefully sa pagdating ng more generic drug coming from India, magmumura talaga.
I hope that would help.
And then we also talked about the yung stem cell therapy na meron na pala sa Pilipinas din, pero lumalabas ay mas mura pala at mas hindi masakit pagdating sa you're familiar with the German case. And compared to our Asian neighbors, medyo naiiwanan pa rin tayo. And it's really basically the support of the government to the health sector. So mas malaki yung budget nila at talagang they come up with different means to really address yung needs. No? And of course, above all, mas kailangan kahit ikaw ay galing sa isang pharmaceutical firm, na kung sakasakali malulugo yung business mo, you're still out there to promote really a healthy lifestyle. Finally, nasabi natin na kahit ikaw ay nasa pharmaceutical industry at malulugi ang business mo kung sakaling very healthy ang population, pero mas importante pa rin talaga yung leading a healthy lifestyle, which means eating healthy, exercise. Okay, so any final word, Joey?
For all of us here in the Philippines, I think we can help one another and we can help the government also by helping ourselves. Mahirap po magkasakit dito sa atin. Mahalang gamot, mahalang hospital. But we can do it by, yun nga po, sabi ni Sir Kaloy, eat healthy and do a lot of exercise.
Okay, maraming salamat, Joey. Maraming salamat. Okay, maraming salamat po. At ito ang ASEAN and Focus Weekend. I'm Kaloy Tabunda, and I'm 1 with 25.